I just had an idea. So when I make a 3D model and I cut it out, generally speaking, you would want your router bit to go beyond the model so it gets the whole edge. Now if I do that on this guitar body, it kind of goes out and it'll end up cutting the whole thing out, and I have issues with have to hot glue it down. It gets tricky to sort of keep it clamped down. So if you run it so it doesn't go over the edge, it'll just do the surface. But you run into a problem if your radius goes around the edge like it does here, you don't get the full model carve, so you end up having to do that by hand. So what I just did is I just had this idea. I cut out the actual, so it looks just like this right now on the wasteboard, but now I just drew a box around the neck, and I'm going to run the file again so it'll go all the way, and I'll put that extension on it so it'll go all the way around, and it'll actually clean all that off, but this part will still stay solid in there, and so I can use my tabs and cut it out, and everything will be hunky-dory. So I think. Let's find out. The smart person would try something new on something other than the final product, like a test cut first, but, well, I mean, you're watching this channel, you know I'm not that guy. That worked great, but I ended up with a little bit of chatter because it got so thin and small here. This is a pretty small cut. So I ended up slowing the motor down, and that helped a little bit. So now when I cut the body out, I'll have a lot less sanding to do. And that's kind of the point of these machines, right? I'm finding it hard to get the a little bit of this crayon out of some of the grain here where it went in. So hindsight being 2020, what I should have done is sealed this fingerboard first, then done the crayons, and then I could have probably sanded it off and gotten to the extra. But what happens is I keep sanding, and then I get into the crayon a little bit, and I drag it into the grain again. So before I cut another one, I'm going to try an idea I have to see if I can make this look kind of cool like this. That looks pretty cool. Yeah, this is an old hospital gown. Or not an old hospital gown, but it's a hospital gown. See, I would definitely call this one of those happy accidents because this is really cool looking. I like it. Now I'm going to coat this with shellac to preserve it before putting the frets in. That is definitely how you turn a failure into a success. Look at that. It's really cool.
All this new technology, is it possible they could go back to,
Try something else.
you know, really restore?
I initially put epoxy resin on top of this crayon to harden it up, but when I started trying to clean that up, it didn't really adhere good and it was like peeling up. So then I went and I peeled it right off like in a layer, and I used CA glue, and that worked pretty well, but it sort of faded some of the colors in some areas, and it's cool, but I'm not super happy with it. So what I did, because again we're trying to keep this rainbow theme, so I found this vinyl record that had this really nice rainbow on it, and I created this little pick guard that can cover over this, so this way the customer has the decision if they are happy with the engraving that's here, they can use it, and if not, they can put this pick guard on top. There we go. So this way we have a proper pick guard on here that I think looks a little better than the one that's in there, but if they want, it's just hot glue that's holding it on, not screws, so they can always take it off very easily.